Alrighty, soldiers, Captain Nightlight on deck, and welcome to my review/discussion on My Little Pony Equestria Girls Forgotten Friendship. I've been meaning to get this out last week, but I didn't because I wanted to take a break from school and I needed to de-stress. So, I know that I don't think anyone's really gonna bother because my channel's so small, no one's gonna care. So, I have some notes up here on my other screen right here. I'm going to be going straight down in chronological order of how the episode went. Sorry if the earbuds distract you guys, but it provides better microphone quality than my actual microphone that's not attached. So let's begin. Just to start things off, I want to say I really like the new intro that they added. I know that this was the extended or the full version of the one that we got in the Equestria Girls shorts, but I really liked it, and I really hope we see more of it. And get into the actual episode, we have a song dedicated to Sunset Shimmer's recap, which I thought was really nice to see Sunset's progression from ETG 1, how she was the tyrant of the school where she ruled it with an iron fist, to one of the most popular and liked kids in the school. I think it's really nice to see to get that little recap and to see that progression, especially in characters that we enjoy, like Sunset. And it was kind of nice because in that recap we saw the progression of other characters like Human Twilight. It's nice to have those recaps here now and again. And as they get deeper into the school, we are introduced to Wallflower Blush. Hasbro could not have been more on point with that name, given her character. It was kind of an interesting character for me because I was kind of a wallflower before when I was in middle school. It wasn't pleasant. I was just kind of not out for myself, but I was just too shy to put myself out there. I froze, or not, I didn't freeze, but I didn't know how to interact in social life. I didn't know how to talk to other people. I didn't know how to start conversations. I just stood in the sidelines and watched. So I kind of relate to Wallflower on a personal level. I don't know how many other people out there, but I know I'm not the only one. And then we get Trixie's appearance within 5 minutes of the actual episode. Yeah, I think we all knew that she was going to be back within that same episode. Because when a character like that gets introduced within 5 minutes, I think it's safe to assume that she's gonna make another appearance. And later on in the episode, we are introduced to a new equestrian artifact, the Memory Stone, which has the ability to erase memories. As far as I think, yeah, because all it really did was erase memories. It didn't really alter them. My theory is that the brain tried to fill in the gaps where the memory stone took the memories out, according to what the memory stone took out. What I mean is, since the memory stone took out good memories of Sunset Shimmer, the brain has to try to fill in the gaps that are not what the memory stone took out. So, like, oh, we're missing good memories. Let's not make good memories. Does that kind of make sense? I hope so. But sorry, lost my train of thought. But it gets so drastic, or not, whatever the word I'm looking for is. Sunset has to go back to Equestria to find answers, and we get the highlights of Forgotten Friendship. Sunset Shimmer and Celestia reconcile with each other. Cross that off the bucket list. It has finally happened. Ever since Sunset Shimmer became one of my favorite characters, I've been waiting for this, honestly. And it's nice that we finally have it before Generation 4 ended. Yes! It's nice to see that Princess Celestia didn't hold any grudges, didn't hold any, I guess, hates. She has a sense of humor after all. So, after Celestia, Luna, Twilight, and Sunset go into the library, the restricted section, and after Twilight's kind of humorous hyperventilation, we find the one who made a journal entry of the memory stone, Clover the Clever. I have no idea if he's actually a reference to the comics or something in past generations. I am not familiar with either. So if I missed a reference, that's my bad. So apparently he took the stone, or he followed a thief who took the stone into the EQG world. Is I think that's how I remember it. It's either that or he took the stone back from the thief and hid it in EQG world. Which kind of gets me thinking, did he just dump it? Or did he actually go there and hide it? And if he did go there and hide it, is he still there? I know that Hasbro's probably never going to introduce that character again, but we can always theorize. But even after Sunset gets all this information, she cannot convince her friends. So, what's her last gate resort? Trixie. This was a pretty interesting combination just because I always thought of Sunset to be not a copy and paste of Starlight, but they're way too similar in my opinion. You guys you guys understand that, right? They were once villains, they still have a little bit of the easily ticked off side, but they're also very forgiving when you're on their good side. Come on, it's not that hard to make comparisons. And during that other scene where we got to see Trixie, we got to see another side of her where she has this vision of herself that she wants other people to see, but it's not something they do see. Which, I mean, couldn't have worked because of her ego, but I think it's something that a lot of us, at least I think a lot of us would have in our mind where we have this image of ourselves that we want to show to everyone else, but it's easier said than done, where we actually have to show the characteristics to prove who we are in our own heads. It was a touching moment for me when I saw that. It really was. But her detective skills wasn't so great. But thankfully, they ran into Wallflower again, and surprise, surprise, she was behind the memory stone, wiping the memories away. And her motives were pretty. I don't know how to say it. I don't know about interesting as a word because her motive was to teach Sunset a lesson. I think the lesson was that she hasn't changed, which, yes, she did change, but there was still remnants of her old self. There was still the little bit of old self where when you got her bad side, she was going to get mean. Manipulative blowhard, you remember that. So Wallflower's plan kind of worked to show Sunset that she hasn't changed. But I do feel like Wallflower did the wrong thing for the right reason. And I think we can all agree on that because erasing everyone's memories wasn't the way to do that. I feel like there were better ways to do it, like maybe show Sunset what she has done that is the remnants of her old self, like yelling at Twilight, or maybe even provoke a situation. Not anything that's besides erasing everyone's memories because she didn't know what she was messing with. And I understand like she was using it to make her life easier, but I think we all know that taking too many shortcuts will eventually lead us into a ditch. Though her song was pretty good, even though it got cut off. I wonder if that's ever going to get put on iTunes or anything, because I'd like to see the full version of that. So, getting outside the school to where Sunset pursues Wallflower, we get a small cameo Flash. I did hear that the writers intended to have more Flash Sentry's appearance in the episode, but they cut him out. Possibly due to time restriction. That'd be my guess, because I don't know why they cut him out. I know that the fan doesn't like him, but that's never stopped them from doing anything, right? So, after Wallflower monologues her demise, she results the blind anger of removing everyone's memories of themselves, which leads to Sunset's bold sacrifice of costing her memories at the price of her friends, which was a bold move, and I think that didn't just show like how far she's come, it's just shown, I don't know, just it's shown why we like her now. She's selfless. She's willing to do a lot for her friends, like pretty much give herself up for them. Also, before I forget, I kind of like how self-aware the show is becoming. Where, like when Trixie said, um, "Wallflower Blush's song was long," and how Pinky interrupted her, like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, we get the memo, blaster." I thought, I thought that was pretty cool because I think we all know how some of the haters are the people who aren't necessarily into the whole, I guess, little kid aspect of it. They're just like, yes, yes, we get the point. Get on with the action. So I think it was pretty cool that we got to see a self-aware moment coming from Pinky. She's a fourth wall breaker. What can we say, right? And at the end, we get the redemption of Wallflower, which, of course, it's expected. But one, it's My Little Pony. What do you expect? And two, what are you implying that leaving her in the dust was a better option? People deserve second chances. I know that the show may do it consistently with certain villains. Not maybe not consistently because some villains reformed eventually, some just take off and do their own thing. But I think some of us can take for granted the kind of mercy and the kindness that we would see in places in real life or even in the show. Like, no, the world isn't sunshine and rainbows, but we can't just take the joy we find in life for granted. We have to, I don't know how to word it. We can't take it for granted. We have to enjoy it while it lasts. Now, it is helpful to be aware of the people who try to manipulate people with the kindness, but the genuine kindness and love that people want to share is something that we shouldn't take for granted and actually, I don't know what the word is, engage in, or you guys get what I'm saying. So, yeah, this might be repetitive in shows like this, but it's a moral that we all need to learn. And one other thing in the last part of the episode, it's confirmed that Sunset and Trixie are now friends. Starlight Trixie, Sunset Trixie. Where is human Starlight? Seriously, where is she? I make up theories like where she could be. Is she also ruling another town or neighborhood with an iron fist, or could she be in Juby? I know that might be a little extreme, but she, I don't imagine her having a redemption. I don't imagine her having a redemption in the Equestria. I don't imagine human Starlight having had a redemption yet. Sorry for the lack of vocabulary, but I doubt we're ever gonna see human Starlight, and if we do, that'll be interesting. But that's really all I got to say. I really enjoyed this episode. I'd give it a good 8. I'd say 8.5 to 9 out of 10. I really enjoyed the story base, the story idea for this episode. I really like the idea of what if Sunset never reformed. Like they never went down that path specifically, but they kind of went down that path, and I really liked it. They had the reconciliation with Celestia and Sunset, which again crossed off the bucket list. Um, New character was nice. I know that we're probably never going to see her again, along with Juniper Montage, but it was nice to see Wallflower. I don't think we've really seen one of those. Fluttershy, uh, I don't think she counts because she's kind of noticed. She's just kind of shoved to the side. She was, but after season 7, we know that she's regained her confidence and assertiveness. Any cons for this? I wouldn't think. I can't think of anything at the moment. Maybe I'd put them down in the comments, but you guys would know. You guys know now. But that's going to wrap it up for this video, comrades. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe for more content like this. And please subscribe. Not subscribe. I already said that. Please share with others who you think might like my videos as well. This is Captain Nightlight, signing out.